morning, everybody, and welcome to the hangover trading session of the FOMC meeting. And I've shared with you in spreads already. Having been at 12:30 last night, we hit plus 1%. The 57.20, 57.15 calls for today, $2. This was a little bit earlier when we were still down at 56.94. I've gotten a couple of messages of some of you who have filled as we have hit as high as 57.0480 overnight, and we are right here as of 5:30 in the morning East Coast time, 57.0290.
I am soaking wet right now.
Up 84 points, up 1.5%, and people are wondering, what in the fucking fuck?
Let's fucking go.
Well, like I told you, welcome to the full moon, and welcome to Quad OPEX. Ready to rip the hair off of the scalp of any retail trader who wants to go out there and fuck around and find out. Yesterday we got a red close. Quite nice on that, because as I don't like doing spreads on FOMC days, had no choice, because your single leg calls and puts are ridiculous with a 1918 VIX. So as we're going into the 1 o'clock or the 2 o'clock meeting, like I said, SPX scalper jumped on the September 30s. 2:30, just before Powell started to speak, you had $4 there on that 56.40, 56.35 bearish call spread, and with the close being 56.34.58, $4 fit quite nicely into the account, collecting credit. And as we moved in and bang, 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 3 o'clock, SPX scalper was in the trade for today, which she could get better credit on today if she was getting in now. 56.40s went in the money right there at 3 o'clock, and as you all saw, you got your full credit. Full credit being that is $4 credit on $1 risk. Do the math in whatever country or denomination or abacus you want to do. That is a 400% return after yesterday's 233% return. So, again, apologies for not producing the 1,000% that many have become accustomed to on FOMC days. So here we are. We are already up plus 1% on the day, having closed red yesterday and ended that streak of consecutive red closes. And over on the QQQ, did absolutely nothing. Closed down right on that 471. Right on that 471, while IWM was doing very nicely, holding up there at that 219, pressuring that 221.41. You got your gap up. Oh, by the way, yeah. Super Microcomputer, they still have not filed their 10K. Good luck. So these are your charts. I'm going to bring you back to the charts in a minute because I know a lot of you have attention deficit disorders. So I'm going to stick onto this real quick and bring you on to your week to date. Okay, this is the week to date, meaning started when future started trading into where we are currently right now. You now have SPY just this moment having hit 570. You have DIA right up at that big, fat monster 420.72. And here you are on IWM, touching that 225. 225 being your big 23.6 retracement to the 2023 lows, with the 2022 top right there at 227. However, what you have here are you have your gaps, 416. 219, 471, 561. Those are your gaps to be filled, and thus this is where you want to be looking. September 27th or September 30th, pick your choice. September 27th is Friday. September 30th is Monday, the last day of the month, the last day of the quarter. Friday will be quite volatile, being the end of the quarter trade. You want to be looking at the SPY 562 puts. You want to be looking at the QQQ 472 puts. You want to be looking at the DF 416 puts. You want to be looking at the IWM 220 puts. I don't know What gender is your preference? I don't know. Of that gender, what body type, what, accent, what physical features are your type? Find the one of these that is your type, and that's the one you focus on. Don't sit there looking around, well, how much do I put into each one? You're not having a fucking orgy, okay? You're looking for one that you can absolutely puff daddy this bitch. So pick your one that you want and go about it like that. So this is what you have. You have your 416 on DIA, your 219 on IWM, 471 on QQQ, 561 on SPY, September 27, September 30. Here are your futures. We are not yet overbought because we are still sitting with RSIs in the 90s. And as you can see, just absolutely Bucky Larsoning this motherfucker over here overnight, with everybody juiced up as to what we've got going on. And I will bring over my left screen just to give you a look at your bigger, broader picture and how your DXY. No. Here is your Japanese yen making a little bit of a recovery, which again is a no. No. Here is your gold having an explosion up to the upside. Here is your TLT, which crashed because of your steepening curve. And yet, here you are with your indexes and all of your rigmarole, rift raft, all pushing to the upside. And I will tell you, good luck if you want to continue to expose yourself to the long side. So I will minimize this, bring you on to the VIX. The VIX almost, actually, let's call it filled. The weekend gap has been filled. And with that weekend gap being filled, you have yourself a big fat gap overnight, which will also be filled in its due course. And we will get to the gaps in a little bit, but first I want to color code this because I am one of those, whatever you want to call it, left brain, right brain. I like my shit to be simple, easy, and very quick to be diagnosed. So this is your week-to-date 5-day. The cat needs to shut the fuck up or I am going to cover the motherfucker with alcohol and light it on fire. No, I'm not. I'm joking. I love my cats. So now that they're out of the room, again, here we come with the VIX coming down on that 1622. You do have those two gaps that are still down there below, and I've talked about this, spoken about this quite a bit. You still have these down here, but as long as you're holding above 1622, you still have a bearish presence, and your window is still open on your full moon until Friday. Let's get off of this, like Puff Daddy needed to do to quite a few people, and move on to our hourlies. Here are our hourlies, our SPX hourly. Look like shit. Here is our NDX hourly. Look like shit. Here is our Dow Jones hourly. Look like shit. And here is our Russell 2000 hourly. Looky likey shitty. And you have your big gaps that you have overnight. So again, doesn't take a rocket scientist to put it all together and realize you have an amazing, hang on, I don't like that, I want this, and there you go, I'm happy with that. You have a very, very nice opportunity in front of you, and it's completely up to you what you choose to do with it, because you are going to get these opportunities 2, 3, sometimes 4 in a year. SPX, looking at this as essentially you're looking at the year-to-date lows down here at 46.82. Boom. Absolutely nothing whatsoever to be changed. Nothing to be changed at all. Nothing. Take out the September lows as your primary. Primary is taking out the September lows. September lows go, you start focusing on the August lows. August lows, as of this moment, as of yesterday's high, obviously we're higher today, that would be a minus 10% move. So that's the area. Again, with this big gap still sitting here above the April lows over here at 49.53. Not moving any Fibonacci's for now until there is an actual proper high placement and I can see a close below 5,600. So moving you on over here to the DIA. Zooming out on a wide view so that you can see the gaps that are sitting back here from October of 2023, and zoom you in to where we're at here. And again, with the big fat 420.72 having been touched, even though we are making a higher move as of this morning, again, I see absolutely zero reason to change anything whatsoever. And this is the reason why the focus and attention has been in November or further out to avoid any of these distractions. IWM, same story. See absolutely nothing here with IWM actually, which is why you see that we haven't posted any trades on the IWM. You're chopping between your 2020, your 222 and your 200 basically. We're catching a little bit of game here and there, but while you're above that 220, 212.83, you're pretty much stuck like Chuck in this. Okay, yeah, everybody shove into the IWM because the IWM is so fantastic. And I leave you off with QQQ, with QQQ having rejected quite nicely here at this 476 being your big C equals A, and your even bigger C equals A coming off of COVID up here at 498, which already accomplished when we posted the all-time highs. This is your first gap. This is your second. And your third, fourth, fifth all start well below any lows that have been placed during the course of 2024. So enjoy yourselves and everything that you've got going on. I know that today is going to be a day when there are going to be a lot of people asking questions as to what the hell is this? What are we doing? What about my January positions? What about my March positions? People, you have an absolutely beautifully cooked steak and you have an entire cow already butchered, put together. I'm sorry, vegans. I'll stop right there because my analogy is not going down the right road.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Full moon is here. Quad OPEX ends on Friday. Now we're going into, like I've shared you, with all of the interest rate cuts that you have in your email from yesterday, from Monday, from over the weekend, from a month ago, and we're heading into the elections. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your Friday. There will be no video tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend, and most importantly, enjoy everything that you're about to witness.